Welcome to the Not So Ordinary podcast. From charcuterie to charity and everything in between, we embrace a potpourri of entrepreneurial spirit. Here's your host, Angie Sigler.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Not So Ordinary podcast. I'm your co-host, Jeremy Wolf, and I'm joined by none other than your host, Angie Sigler. Angie, so nice to see you again. Always a pleasure.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing really, really well. I believe it is Friday today, right? So
it is.
Cool. 2 thumbs up for that. Nice, fun. My wife is actually taking my daughter to see Bruno Mars at Hard Rock tonight.
Oh, cool.
So they are, my daughter is excited, needless to say. So that should be a lot of fun.
I heard he gives a good concert.
Yeah, I actually saw him years ago. And it was quite an impressive show. So I'm sitting this one out. It's gonna be a mommy-daughter day.
Fun.
But so with the holidays approaching, got a lot going on, obviously, but I thought no better a time, no more fitting a time to talk about your charcuterie business, the Not So Ordinary cheese board, and kind of what's going on for the holiday season. And I was thinking, like, how do you add a festive, like now with the holidays coming on, how do you add a festive touch to your charcuterie boards for the holiday season?
So what Elsie does this season, not only do we add certain things to the board, so Christmas cookies, certain things that we can make any board festive, but we also have boards that are shaped in the holiday season. We have Christmas tree boards shaped like a Christmas tree. We have a super cute little gingerbread shaped cutting board. She also has this reindeer cutting board. It's a round cutting board with the reindeer ears, which are really cute because you get to keep the cutting board afterwards. So you buy the board with the meats, you eat the food, and then you keep the board. So it's a really cute idea to have. My personal favorite, it's the giving plate, which, if you all know the idea of the giving plate, it's supposed to be where you have whatever you're going to give, you give away. The person accepts your gift. You can have cookies, you can have fruits, you can have whatever it is that you want to give the person. In our case, it's obviously our charcuterie stuff. You gift it, the person eats it, and the idea of the plate, and once they eat it, they'll see the message on the plate, is that you're supposed to refill it and give it away again. It's supposed to be something that you continue passing on from person to person.
Paying it forward, as they say.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
We have then the smaller stuff where we have the little bins that you can buy. The teacher, people are buying those up left and right now for teachers. You know, everybody's tired of giving the same
I never even thought about that for teacher gifts.
Yes.
A little cool personalized charcuterie box or board.
So
we
have the boxes for the teachers, the small ones, or we have them that they come in little tin boxes. So there's a lot of stuff that, can be done. We also have the holiday wreath. It's actually a round wooden board, and the charcuterie is actually done looking like an actual round wreath on the board. So there's a lot of stuff that can be done to customize it to the holiday right now. Going back to our pets, because we never like to leave our pets.
I was just gonna say, don't leave our furry little friends.
We don't leave them out.
You have little pet boxes, I know.
We do. We have our little pet boxes, and we actually have them. We have them now for Christmas as well. So their toy would be, customized now for the holiday. They'll have a Christmas toy in there as well. So we'll turn their box, and their actual box outside is actually like a little Christmas box. So they're not left out either. So there's a lot of stuff that can be done, and we're running a whole bunch of specials for Christmas as well. We're trying to help people. We know, the economy has been crazy this past few months for everybody. So if you go on our webpage, if you go on our Instagram, you'll see every so often we'll throw a special out there, for today only, and then we'll drop the price for the whole day, for a whole 24 hours. And then the next day we'll think of something else we can do, and we'll do a 10%, and then so every day we're throwing out something crazy. Whatever I wake up that morning and think of, that's what it is.
I mean, after all, it is the Nuts So Ordinary.
Exactly, we're crazy. We are nuts.
So, hey, I wanted to ask, when it comes to charcuterie, most people hear charcuterie and they think of specifically the Italian meats, the cheeses, the nuts, the spreads, and those types of things. But it seems to me like there are no bounds with what you could do with this concept, right? I mean,
there aren't. So the standard, obviously it's the salami, the prosciutto, and then cheese, obviously. So when you order a board, that's basically what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the salami, you're gonna get prosciutto, you're gonna get a few different kinds of cheeses depending on the size of the board that you get. You're always gonna get nuts, unless you have a nut allergy and you tell us not to. And you're gonna get spreads. You're gonna get vegetables, fruits, crackers, olives, and grapes. So that's like the standard of what comes on a board. However, there's stuff that's seasonal. So she goes to all the local markets. We love to shop locally. She loves to find fresh, local, small little markets and help the small people out. So you may get a board that this month that you may not find whatever she puts on there in 3 months from now, because whatever she put on there is not seasonal. So none of our boards are the same ever. There's people that call us that want something specific. They'll place an order, then call us and be like, I just placed an order and I don't want this on my board. Or do you have this specific cheese? Or I don't like prosciutto. I have a lady that hates prosciutto. And every time she places an order, is like, we know we can't put prosciutto on her board. So we try to customize it as much as possible.
Do you have any tips for listeners? Obviously, you'd love for everybody to come in and get a board from you guys and order custom, but maybe for somebody that says, I want to try this at home and I want to put something together, give a few tips out to people on how they can maximize the wow factor when they bring it to a holiday party.
So the wow factor is, well, the artist would have been the one to answer that question, but yes, your flavors. There's cheeses that don't go exactly with every meat. But if you go to a place like Whole Foods, if you go to a place like the Fresh Market, they will help you. You can actually just walk straight up into the deli and say, listen, I want to do a charcuterie board and I want this meat. What cheese pairs nicely with it? And they'll actually help you. They will. They'll take the time and say, if this is the meat that you like, this is a cheese that pairs with it, because not every cheese goes with every meat. But keep it simple. Keep it simple, guys. Listen, if you come to a table and you have cheese and meats, crackers, olives, strawberries, people are gonna attack it no matter what you put on that table. People love it. They love it. This is such a craze right now. That no matter what you put on there, it attracts people to it. They love it. Just don't go crazy. Just keep things really simple.
We can't talk about charcuterie boards without pairings for wines and beers and things of that nature. So I guess anything flies there too. I always associate charcuterie with red wine, champagne, white wine, but yeah. Are there any are there any specific beers that go well with specific items on board?
There are actually. There's cheeses that go with specific wines. There's nuts that go with specific beers.
Yeah,
you can go crazy. There's we have a whole list of which wines go with which cheeses, which meats go with which red wine. It's crazy.
The rabbit hole runs deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't sell alcohol at the shop, right? Okay.
No,
but you have, for somebody that picks up a beautiful board, you have recommendations of what alcohol they can pick up to go with that to make for a best experience. Very correct.
Cool. Yeah, but it's crazy how intense that list is, because every meat pairs something with something different. Every cheese, when I started this business, I didn't realize how intense, meat and cheese were. It's meat and cheese. How hard can it be? Well, it's hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, people in their respective industries, the people that are passionate about what they do, I mean, they really take things to extremes, and it's fun. Right? You have a lot of fun with it.
It is, and it's not until you're actually doing it that you realize the little intricacies of the business and the expense of the industry. You say, can somebody just go and do it? You can. Obviously, unless you're an artist like Elsie, it's not going to look like Elsie's. It's the cost. We minimize the cost that you can go to the grocery store, and what it's going to cost you to put a board together. Our boards are not cheap. Our boards are not for everybody. I've always said we try to have a range of sizes for everybody to try to meet everybody's budget. But I understand that what we do is not, it's not for everybody. I get it. Things have gotten very expensive. The meats have gone up in price. The cheese have gone up in price, and therefore, we've tried not to raise our prices too much, but we've had to compensate for the price of everything going up. But you go out to the grocery store and you buy yourself the meat, the cheese, the dips, the olives, the cheeses and stuff, and you actually spend more than if you would have ordered from us, because you got to buy the whole thing. You're only going to put a bundle of cheese, a bundle of grapes on your board, but you ended up buying the whole thing of grapes.
Yep.
As opposed to we use a bundle of grapes for a few different boards. So it's, once you're actually doing it, you realize, wow, there's a lot that goes into the actual business aspect of a board that comes out looking beautiful, but from the artist. But business wise, what I do in the background, there's a lot that goes into it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's to be expected if you think about it, right? Because you're using high quality ingredients, high quality cheeses and meats are not cheap. And it's a piece of art, right?
It really is.
It's like when you go to somebody to make a cake for you. I mean, that's a little different ingredients. So usually not as expensive, but it's a piece of art.
The artistry of it.
There's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah, we had a lady walk into the store yesterday just to ask if she would just go to the house. We've never had this, the first time.
I was just gonna ask you if there was any unique or challenging requests.
Well, the lady just asked if she would actually just hire her to go to the house to just lay out her food for a Christmas party.
Really?
Yeah, because of her artistry. I mean, she just does beautiful work. If people have not taken the time to go to the webpage to just look at her tables, they should, because Elsie just does beautiful work. And the lady she's like, if I just put all the food, how much do I have to pay you? Just you come out and just lay out all the food out on the table, because what you do is beautiful. Elsie was like, wait a minute, I don't know. I've never had someone come ask me that before. You need to talk to Angie. Angie's a business partner. I have no idea.
Now, is a grazing table specific to charcuterie, or is that for any spread of food that's out on the table? Where did that term come from?
So grazing table is a term of just laying food out on the table, and just grazing for a while, just being able to come up, grab food, walk away, come back up, and grazing. So it's the term of just grazing for an extended amount of time. So it's not charcuterie specific. However, the industry has taken the word and stolen it. It is now our word. And now we ran with it. So when you say grazing table, you now associate it with a charcuterie company.
Very cool.
So the grazing tables, especially now for the holidays, people are booking those left and right. They realizing what they're spending. Let's just say us, a Latin family. Okay, what we spend in the pork, the rice, the beans, the fried bananas, the yuca, when you start adding all that food up and stuff, the appetizers, when you start adding all that food up, when you do a nice little spread, it's the wow factor, which I keep saying, what you're paying for is not just food, it's the wow factor. When people walk in and they go, wow,
we eat with our eyes, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you're wowing your guests.
A long way. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are calling us up and booking those tables just left and right.
Now, I know you guys are involved with a lot of charity and local community type events and things like that.
Yeah.
How do you engage with the local community during the holiday season? Are you guys have any initiatives? I think you alluded to earlier that you're doing some stuff like that. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
So we are. So I try to get as involved as possible. You know, the holidays is a really hard time for us to do anything outside of the store. We wake up, go to the store, come home, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. The orders, thank God, are coming in left and right, so it keeps us pretty busy. But so we partner up. In fact, I just reached out to the Big Brother Big Sister Foundation because we really want to get involved with them. But being a grandmother of 6, to me, is really important that my girls know that we're very fortunate to have what we have. So my girls will be going and helping feed the homeless during the holidays. So Nuts So Ordinary will be out there helping to feed the homeless people for New Year's Eve for a little while before we come home to be with our families. So for me, that's really important that they, as my girls grow up, that they understand how lucky they have and that there's those that are less fortunate. So we always try to just, like I said, the more we have, the more we got to give back. That's just been my motto from the very beginning when I started my other businesses, and Nuts is just added to the business, and it's just a model that we're going to acquire and go on. Not part of Nuts, but it's Alcy and I, AA Helping Hands, which is our other nonprofit organization. We're going to be participating in the Adopt a Family. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, if you've heard of it, but you basically you adopt families that are less fortunate, that have children. They give you a list of what the kids want for Christmas, and then you purchase them, and then you deliver it on Christmas morning for the children. So we'll be doing that through my other business, through the AA Helping Hands Foundation.
Love it.
So we gotta help.
I know how busy you are, so I don't want to give you extra homework here, but I'm putting this on you. I want to make sure anytime you're involved with any of these charitable outreach programs, with the Big Brother Big Sister that you're doing, the Adopt a Family, please share with me, email me all the information. I want to help promote that in Cooper City Living Magazine, on social media, and just get the word out there, because I think all that work that you're doing is fantastic and great for our community, obviously. So very cool. So what can we expect from the Nuts So Ordinary Cheese Board? What's on the horizon? What's upcoming for you guys the next year? I know you guys just started, was it a year or 2 years ago?
So we started 2 years ago. We opened up the shop 4 months ago.
The shop was 4 months ago. So
was 4 months ago.
So where are we going from here? What's on the horizon for you guys?
So right now, we want to go back to doing our classes. Everyone's been asking us for Alcy to do her classes. So we're probably going to do our first class on Valentine's Day next year. So we put that up on our website already. It's on the website. So more classes for next year, definitely. Alcy has a couple things. I think I want to interview Alcy and let her tell you guys.
A couple of tricks up her sleeve.
Yeah.
Forward.
Maybe next month's broadcast I might interview her and let her tell you guys.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Very, very cool. All right. Well, before we wrap this up, is there anything else that you'd like to share?
No, just come on to the store. Actually, go online. It's easier. You don't even need to get in your car. Just go online, place your holiday orders, because we are filling up really quick. Don't leave it for the last minute, because a lot of people left their Thanksgiving orders for the last minute, and we weren't able to fit them in. Great for us that we were that busy that we had to turn away work. Unfortunately for our customers, I hate having to tell a customer no. It's one of the things I hate most. But so put in your orders for the holidays soon, because we do fill up, and there's only so many boards we can get out on a day, especially if she has tables on that day. So tables take up a long time.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, just put in your orders early for the holidays because our days get filled up really quick.
All right. Sounds good. And we'll, of course, link in the description below to all of your contact information and your website so folks can get on there and place orders or give you a call if they have any specific questions. Angie, always a pleasure. So nice to see you again. I wish you and your family a wonderful holiday season.
Same to you.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the top of a new year.
Same to you. Enjoy your holidays.
Thank you so much. And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you next time. Everyone have a wonderful day and a blessed holiday season. Take care.
And that's a wrap on another episode of the Not So Ordinary podcast. We hope you've enjoyed this journey through the extraordinary. Until next time, keep savoring the charcuterie of life, embracing the spirit of charity, and celebrating the not so ordinary in all that you do. Thank you for being part of our community. Stay tuned for more.